varies with time according to the graph. This field is created by two identical point charges. One of them is fixed at a distance r naught from the observer. Another is moving with a constant velocity. Okay. So if I assume that this is the line and the charge is fixed charge. Fixed charge is here. This is a fixed charge, a plus q positive charge, suppose. And this being the observer, right? This is the observer. So the other charge can move anywhere in space, such that at this point, the electric field intensity is given by this one. Now look, this charge, this is at rest, right? So it is not moving anywhere. So the electric field produced by this charge at this point will be a fixed. It is not changing. But as the other charge is moving with a uniform velocity, constant velocity, so when time tends to infinity, time tends to infinity means the distance of the charge from this point is also infinity, right? Because it is moving with constant velocity. I'm saying that as the moving charge is moving with a constant velocity, so at t tends to infinity, its distance will also be infinity. So at t tends to infinity, the moving charge will be at infinite separation. It may be along this line, or it may be along any line. I'm not sure that how it is moving, but at t equal to infinity, the moving charge is at infinity. And at t equal to tau, the electric field is zero. How the electric field can be zero? If at t equal to tau, the other moving charge is at this point only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So at t equal to tau, this charge is at this point. T equal to infinity, it is at infinity. Now, how it is moving? Suppose this charge is moving along any direction, any arbitrary direction, making certain angle with this line. So if this charge is moving along this line, at this point, can the electric field be symmetric for t less than tau and t greater than tau?
No, sir.
No. So the only way that this charge can
be perpendicular to the line.
Along perpendicular to this line. Yes.
So what you call, please repeat it once.
I'm saying that if this charge is not moving along this perpendicular line, if the charge is moving along any arbitrary line that makes any arbitrary angle, then this electric field cannot be symmetrical.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because at t equal to tau, the charge is here. Suppose after some time the charge is here, so the electric field will have some value. But at the same time, the charge has a different distance from this point if it moves along this line. So the electric field, this electric field cannot have the same value. So it cannot be the symmetric graph. So the only way that this other charge can move is along this line. Right? Okay. Along this line. So along this line, this charge can move. You can say it's coming from infinity again, going back to infinity. Is that possible? It is coming from infinity to this point and again going back to the infinity. Then also the electric field will be symmetrical. Why I have not taken that? It is coming from infinity along the same straight line and going back to the infinity.
So at the infinity, the electric field was not zero initially.
No, when it will be, why it will be zero? It is coming from
Velocity is constant.
the velocity is constant. So it cannot change its direction. It cannot come and again return. It has to move along the same line always. Right? So this option, the moving charge moves perpendicular to the line joining the observer and fixed charge, that is correct one. The moving charge is moving along this line. At t equal to tau, electric field is zero. That means the minimum separation from this charge, suppose this charge is A and this charge is B and this is O. So the minimum separation is also or not? Yes or no? At this point, this is becoming zero. So definitely if it is coming through this line, so the minimum separation will be perpendicular distance, right? That is R naught. So that is also correct. The closest distance, this one is not correct. The closest distance should be R naught. What is the modulus of this charge? When at t equal to infinity, this charge was at infinity. T equal to infinity, this charge was at infinity. Then the only electric field was produced due to the charge B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At t equal to
Sir, voice is very low.
yes, for everyone, the voice is low.
No, sir. It is okay.
Clear, right? Okay. So E equal to E naught is only due to B. So can I say K Q by R naught square is equal to E naught? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the value of Q is 4 pi epsilon naught into E naught R square. Right? So option A is also wrong. So these things we can calculate easily. The important part of this question is the velocity of the moving charge. How can I find the velocity of the moving charge? Suppose it is moving with a velocity u, constant velocity u. How can I find what is the velocity? Can you tell me how to calculate this velocity of the moving charge? Now again, it is a mechanics question. It's not an electrostatic question. How do we calculate the velocity of the moving charge? Suppose at t equal to tau, the electric field at this point, at the observer point, is E. Okay, it is at t equal to tau. This is the observer point. Can you see that at t equal to tau, there is a slope given in your question?
Yes, sir.
Diagram. Can you tell me what does that slope indicate?
E naught by T naught.
T naught,
E naught by T naught.
E naught by T, E naught by T naught. Yes, E naught by T naught. And what can I write as the slope?
D by dt.
Yes,
sir.
slope at t equal to tau, dE by dt,
Yes, sir.
and that is equal to E naught by T naught.
Yes, sir.
Right? D by dt, its magnitude is E naught by T naught. How do I find the differentiation? Can you say that electric field at observer point is combination of two electric fields? One is electric field due to A, another is electric field due to B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when I differentiate this one, I have to differentiate both EA and EB. But I know what is the value of dE dt due to B. What is this one?
It's 0 because EB is constant.
EB is a constant, so this part is 0. So dE by dt is the electric field due to the charge A, right? And at t equal to tau, I have to find its value. Look, this is a vector differentiation. The differentiation is over a vector term, right? Over a vector term. This differentiation is over a vector term. So how do I differentiate a vector? Suppose at t equal to tau, the electric field due to A is this one. Yes or no? And at equal to tau plus dt, a very small time interval, the electric field at O is this one. Right? Let me show you in this diagram so that you can understand it better. But this distance is very small. This is at t equal to tau plus dt. So this is EA, and this is EA prime. Can I say that? At t equal to t, tau the electric field is EA, and t equal to tau plus dt, the electric field is EA prime. Can I say that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if I ask you what is the dE vector, then this is final vector, this is initial vector. Then what is dE vector? The difference between,
Minus, sir.
if I draw the vectors here, then this is the initial vector EA, and this is the final vector EA prime, right? And this is the difference dE. Yes or no? So how do we calculate this dE vector? How do you calculate the magnitude of the dE vector? That is only needed in my question. Look, as the time is very small, the charge is from here to here just. Will the magnitude of EA vector change much? This magnitude and this magnitude? No. So both the magnitudes can be written as E naught only. Right? Because at this point, the electric field due to this is E naught, and electric field due to this is also E naught. And this is a very small angle that it has moved.
D theta.
D theta. So if this is a very small angle, this arc length DE can be approximated to be this radius.
E naught dt.
Good. So what is d by dt? What is dE by dt then?
E naught omega.
Not into d theta by dt. And at this point, what is d theta by dt? If this distance is r naught, then what is d theta by dt?
R naught by T naught.
Yes. D theta by dt is what? U by r naught? U is
U
equal to,
by R naught.
U R naught.
yes or no? So d theta by dt is equal to U equal to r naught into d theta dt. So d theta dt is U by r naught. And according to this, it is E naught by T naught. So what is the value of U? R naught by T naught. That is the answer to the question.
Sir, U is the velocity.
U is the velocity of this charge. Okay, I assumed it. U is the velocity of the charge.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
So how is it equal to E naught on T naught?
At t equal to tau, this charge electric field and the electric field due to this charge both should be same. Then only it is 0.
Yes, sir.
And what is the electric field due to this charge? It is constant. Kq by r naught square.
Yes, sir.
Kq by r naught square is E naught. Already we have calculated that because when this charge was at infinity, only electric field at this point was due to this one, which is E naught.
Yes, sir. Understood.
So in this question, we have learned how to differentiate a vector term. Right? How to differentiate a vector.
So d theta by dt equals to U by R naught.
Yes. V equal to r theta, U equal to r omega. Do you know this equation in circular motion? V equal to
Yes,
r.
sir.
So if this is U,
Okay, sir. Understood. Understood, sir.
have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Have you done this type of differentiation of vector anywhere else in your mechanics?
No, sir. First time.
No, sir.
Okay.
ये था ऐसा किया था मतलब
कहाँ पे?
यूरो में मतलब एक प्रॉब्लम था तब वहाँ पर किया था
एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डेरिवेशन होता है जो इससे कर सकते हैं, वो है सर्कुलर मोशन में अगर कोई पार्टिकल मूव कर रहा है, सपोज अ पार्टिकल इज मूविंग इन अ सर्कुलर मोशन, राइट, इट हैज एंगुलर वेलोसिटी ओमेगा, राइट, it has angular velocity omega. At any instant, its velocity is v. At any instant, its velocity is v, and this position vector is r. What is the acceleration of this particle?
Two types of acceleration.
Two types of accelerations are there,
Yes, sir.
right?
V square by r and this is radius.
V square and the dv by dt.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let me show you another proof of that. A very interesting proof if you know the vector differentiation. Now, you know this velocity vector v can be written as mod of v into v cap. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when I differentiate this vector v, this is the acceleration that I want to find. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So there are two terms. Now both are variable in this circular motion. Can you see? Vector v is changing it. It may make it direction as the magnitude because it has alpha also. It is a non-uniform circular motion. Yes or no? So if I make this term constant, then the differentiation is ddt of mod v. And if I make the first term constant, then the differentiation is ddt of v cap. Can you follow these two terms? What I have written?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the direction of this this acceleration? What is the direction of this one?
Tangential at the point.
Has the same v velocity because it is along the v cap.
Yes, sir.
So this is known as tangential acceleration. And what is the value of this tangential acceleration?
dv by dt. dv of mod v by dt.
ddt of mod v by dt is acceleration, and ddt of mod v is tangential acceleration. It is also known as rate of change of speed. We have seen that, right? Definitely, we have seen that. Also, you can write it like what is the value of mod v? Mod v is equal to r omega. Yes or no? And if radius is constant, then what is d omega by dt?
R alpha.
So that you have seen that what is tangential acceleration. But what is this one? This one is a constant. But what I am trying to do here, I am trying to differentiate the direction.
Yes, मतलब तो इसका डायरेक्शन चेंज हो रहा है.
Yes, इसका डायरेक्शन चेंज हो रहा है, तो इस केस में हम लोग इसका डायरेक्शन को डिफरेंशिएट कर रहे हैं. तो उसका डायरेक्शन कितना रेट से चेंज हो रहा है कि नहीं? अगर देखोगे इसका रेडियस यहाँ पे r वेक्टर है और इसका वेलोसिटी v वेक्टर है, राइट? इसका वेलोसिटी v वेक्टर है. आफ्टर अ वेरी स्मॉल टाइम इंटरवल इसका पोजीशन वेक्टर ये हो गया और इसका जो वेलोसिटी है वो इधर हो गया. तो क्या इसको हम लोग v कैप और इसको v प्राइम कैप बोल सकते हैं?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, सर.
इसको v वेक्टर, इसको v प्राइम वेक्टर भी बोल सकते हो. बट मुझे v वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड से कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. मुझे जो निकालना है वो v वेक्टर का जो डायरेक्शन है उसका रेट ऑफ चेंज कितना है. तो देखो अगर ये एंगल d थीटा है, मान लो छोटा टाइम में ये d थीटा एंगल घुमा है, तो अगर सिर्फ मैं v वेक्टर्स को, ये दोनों वेक्टर्स को टेल टू टेल ज्वाइन कर दूं, दोनों वेक्टर्स को टेल टू टेल ज्वाइन कर दूं, सही से देखो, दोनों वेक्टर को मैं टेल टू टेल ज्वाइन कर दूं, तो ये वेक्टर v कैप और ये वेक्टर v प्राइम कैप और ये एंगल कितना हो गया?
d थीटा.
d थीटा. तो क्या इसके बीच जो वेक्टर बना, इस वेक्टर को क्या वेक्टर बोलेंगे हम लोग?
सर v प्राइम माइनस कैप माइनस
तो हम लोग
dv cap.
बोल सकते हैं.
dv कैप.
और जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि दोनों का ही मैग्नीट्यूड 1 है क्योंकि ये दोनों ही कैप है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
तो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा? dv कैप. इसका वैल्यू क्या होगा? 1 into d थीटा.
1 d theta.
d थीटा.
राइट? क्या बता सकते हो इसका डायरेक्शन क्या है? dv कैप का मैग्नीट्यूड तो d थीटा हो गया, dv कैप का डायरेक्शन क्या है?
टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर.
अगर ये r वेक्टर है तो dv कैप का डायरेक्शन क्या माइनस r कैप होगा?
हाँ, सर.
तो इज दैट माइनस r कैप, मतलब टुवर्ड सेंटर होगा कि नहीं होगा?
हाँ, सर.
तो इसको हम लोग सेंट्रीफ्यूगल एक्सेलरेशन, सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन बोल सकते हैं. सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन.
सर dv कैप का डायरेक्शन समझ में आया.
ये dv कैप है, देखो ये पैरेलल है कि नहीं इस r वेक्टर का?
हाँ, सर. माइनस आते हैं.
माइनस r कैप. dv कैप का डायरेक्शन माइनस r कैप है, मतलब सेंटर की तरफ है. इसको सेंट्रीपिटल या नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन बोल सकते हैं हम लोग.
हाँ, सर.
और इसका वैल्यू क्या होगा? देखो अब नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन का वैल्यू क्या लिखेंगे? फिर नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन का वैल्यू लिखेंगे mod v तो है ऑलरेडी हमारे पास, और dt ऑफ v कैप इसको हम लोग d थीटा बाय dt लिख सकते हैं.
सर ये समझ नहीं आया d थीटा बाय dt.
नहीं समझ में? ये देखो dv अगर ये है तो dv बाय dt का वैल्यू क्या लिखेंगे?
ओके सर.
d थीटा बाय dt.
हम ऐसे मैग्नीट्यूड का लिखूंगा तो थीटा बाय dt लेना है यहाँ पे.
यस सर.
अब बताओ d का वैल्यू क्या लिखेंगे? v बाय r लिख सकते हैं?
हाँ.
तो इसको v स्क्वायर बाय r बोल सकते हैं, और v को r ओमेगा लिखोगे तो इसको ओमेगा स्क्वायर r बोल सकते हो.
हाँ, सर.
राइट? तो ये हो गया नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन. क्यों नॉर्मल बोल रहे हैं? इसको पता चला क्यों इसको नॉर्मल बोल रहे हैं? सेंटर. तो इसको हम लोग नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन भी बोल सकते हैं. ये होता है इसका जनरल प्रूफ. इसमें कोई असम्पशन नहीं लिया हम लोगों ने. एक पार्टिकल जो सर्कुलर पाथ में घूम रहा है ओमेगा अल्फा से, उसका एक्सेलरेशन हम लोग ऐसे निकालते हैं. इसको टेंजेंशियल एक्सेलरेशन निकालना बहुत इजी है. नॉर्मल एक्सेलरेशन जब निकालना चाहोगे तो ये ऐसे हम लोग सॉल्व करते हैं.
सर.
हाँ बताओ.
सर dv कैप बाय dt इक्वल्स टू माइनस d थीटा dt r कैप. से उसके बाद जो किया बता दीजिए.
देखो इसके बाद मैंने यहाँ पे बिठा दिया dv का dt यहाँ पे है कि नहीं?
हाँ, सर.
तो इस वेक्टर को अगर तुम an नाम दो तो इसको वेक्टर के लिए लिख देते हैं. तो इसका वैल्यू mod v into dv कैप dt, इसका वैल्यू माइनस d थीटा बाय dt into r कैप लिख सकते हो कि नहीं लिख सकते हो?
हाँ, सर.
तो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या लिखोगे? यही लिखोगे ना, सिर्फ v into d थीटा dt.
हाँ, सर.
उसका ही वैल्यू ओमेगा स्क्वायर आ रहा था.
अच्छा, हाँ, सर. समझ गया.
ये तो बस डायरेक्शन के लिए है. माइनस r कैप तो बस डायरेक्शन है उसका, वो भी लिख सकते हो. एक्चुअल एक्सप्रेशन ये है, एक्चुअल ये है. इसमें पूरा आ जाता है, डायरेक्शन मैग्नीट्यूड सब आ जाता है. बट हम लोग जनरल मैग्नीट्यूड से काम करते हैं कि वो सेंटर की तरफ है और उसका मैग्नीट्यूड ओमेगा स्क्वायर r है, और एक टेंजेंशियल है. टेंजेंशियल क्योंकि v कैप है टेंजेंशियल है, v कैप के डायरेक्शन में है और उसका मैग्नीट्यूड r अल्फा होता है, या तो रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ स्पीड होता है, dt ऑफ mod v मतलब रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ स्पीड।
सर अगर b प्राइम कैप ओके और एक बार बताइए
v प्राइम कैप यहाँ पे देखो छोटा टाइम के बाद ये r वेक्टर घूम जाएगा ना, तो इसका वेलोसिटी वेक्टर भी इधर आएगा,
हाँ हाँ यस समझ गया
वेलोसिटी तो r का परपेंडिकुलर होगा ना,
हाँ हाँ
तो ये अगर थीटा एंगल घूमा ये भी थीटा एंगल घूमेगा, राइट। तो इसमें जो चेंज बना वो dv कैप का बना। आया समझ में ये?
Yes, sir.
तो देखो सब कुछ कनेक्टेड है। अगर वेक्टर तो बहुत मतलब दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दैट यू हैव लर्न टुडे, हाउ टू डिफरेंशिएट अ वेक्टर। वेक्टर को इंटीग्रेट नहीं कर सकते जब तक वो सेम लाइन में नहीं हो, बट वेक्टर को डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं। किसी भी लाइन में होगा तो उसको ज्योमेट्रिकली ऐसे ड्रॉ करके कितना चेंज हो रहा है ऐसे डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं। इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को लीनियर चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, वी हैव फाउंड दिस वन, वी हैव सीन द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस थिंग्स, एक्सियल पोजीशन चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन।